Dogmatism, one of the oldest traps of the human mind. It's the belief that our truth is the only truth, the refusal to question, and the comfort of certainty in a world built on uncertainty. From ancient philosophy to modern politics, dogmatism has shaped empires, religions, and even scientific revolutions. But what happens when conviction turns into blindness? What happens when belief stops us from seeing reality itself? Today, we're diving deep into the anatomy of dogmatism, how it begins, why it spreads, and what it costs us as individuals and as societies. We'll explore how thinkers like Socrates, Descartes, and Karl Popper challenged dogmatic thought, and why in the age of algorithms and echo chambers, their lessons matter more than ever. So, buckle up. This is not just a philosophy lesson. It's a journey into the limits of human certainty, and the freedom that begins when we dare to doubt. Dogmatism begins where curiosity ends. It offers something incredibly seductive: certainty, a sense that you finally know the answers, that you don't need to question, to think, or to doubt. And that feeling is powerful. It gives order to chaos, meaning to confusion, and confidence in the face of fear. That's why humans love dogma. It promises peace of mind in a world that never stops changing. But here's the paradox. The moment you stop questioning, you stop growing. Dogmatism doesn't just close your mind. It locks it, throws away the key, and convinces you the door never existed. From religious institutions declaring divine truths to political parties claiming absolute moral superiority, dogmatism thrives anywhere people crave certainty more than truth. Philosophers like Socrates saw this danger thousands of years ago. That's why he said, "I know that I know nothing." It wasn't humility, it was resistance, a rebellion against the arrogance of certainty. Dogmatism tells us, "This is the truth." Philosophy whispers back, "Prove it." Dogmatism didn't vanish with the fall of old religions. It simply changed its disguise. In the Middle Ages, it wore the robe of faith. In the Enlightenment, it dressed as reason. And today, it hides behind screens, codes, and algorithms. The truth is, every era has its own dogmas. In religion, it was, "God said so." In science, it became, "The data proves it." And now, in the digital age, it's, "The algorithm knows best." But the pattern is the same: blind belief in authority, whether that authority is divine, rational, or artificial. When we stop questioning what we believe, when we treat our opinions as sacred, dogmatism takes over, silently, elegantly, almost invisibly. Think about it. Social media doesn't just show you what's true, it shows you what you want to be true. The more you see it, the more you believe it. And slowly, the walls of your own certainty rise around you. That's modern dogmatism, not shouted from a pulpit, but whispered by an algorithm. The philosopher Karl Popper warned about this long ago. He said that progress depends on falsification, on the ability to be wrong. Without that, knowledge freezes, and truth becomes another dogma. So maybe the real question isn't, what do you believe, but rather, what are you still willing to question? Every time dogmatism wins, freedom loses. Because freedom isn't just the right to speak, it's the courage to listen, to doubt, to change your mind. Dogmatism kills that courage. It divides people into the right and the wrong, the believers and the lost. And once that line is drawn, conversation turns into conflict. Dialogue becomes war. History is full of it. Wars of religion, ideological purges, censorship, persecution. All born from one poisonous idea: we are absolutely right. But even today, the same pattern repeats, not on battlefields but online. People shouting instead of thinking, arguing to win, not to understand. Dogmatism has simply moved from temples to timelines. And the cost? Creativity dies. Empathy fades. The collective mind of society shrinks, trapped inside echo chambers of its own making. Dogmatism doesn't just silence others, it silences you. Because when you cling too tightly to certainty, you stop learning. And when you stop learning, you stop being free. So, how do we escape the grip of dogmatism? The answer isn't destruction, it's awareness. You don't fight dogma by creating another one. You break it by thinking freely. Philosophy, at its best, isn't about defending truths. It's about discovering them. It's about asking the uncomfortable questions, even when the answers shake your certainty. Descartes began his philosophy by doubting everything, not to destroy knowledge, but to rebuild it on stronger foundations. Socrates questioned everyone, not to humiliate, but to awaken their minds. And Popper reminded us that progress means being ready to be proven wrong. These thinkers understood something vital. Truth doesn't fear questions. Only lies do. To free yourself from dogmatism, you don't need to know everything. You just need to stay curious. To say, maybe I'm wrong, and mean it. Because doubt isn't weakness, it's intelligence in motion. It's what separates an open mind from a closed one. And in a world drowning in certainty, doubt might just be the last act of freedom. In the end, dogmatism isn't just a belief system. It's a human habit, a need for safety in a world that feels chaotic, unpredictable, and often frightening. But the price of that safety is too high. When we cling to absolute certainty, we trade truth for comfort. We stop thinking, we stop listening, we stop growing. True wisdom lives beyond certainty, in the space between knowing and wondering, between confidence and curiosity. The philosopher Bertrand Russell once said, "The whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain, and wiser people so full of doubts." He wasn't being cynical, he was being honest. So maybe the goal isn't to be certain, but to stay awake, to stay questioning, to stay human, because only an uncertain mind can be truly free.